Loc Loves. My name is Nia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new on this channel, I focus on locks, self-care, and anything that brings us positive vibes. So if that's something that you are interested in, please consider subscribing. Also, please go follow me over on my Instagram at still.niabia. On there, I just give you guys more content. I love interacting with you guys on there. I respond to all my comments on YouTube, but on Instagram, if I get DMs, I'm able to give you guys like voice messages or video messages, and I really enjoy that. I respond to all my DMs, so please head over there for more content. I'm really trying to become more active over there, so hit me up. Today we are going to be talking about different types of locks and like the ways that you can start locks. Now, I want to try to get content for everyone who watches my videos. I know some of you guys have had locks for years. You guys are veterans in the game, so I'm trying to create content for you guys. There's also quite a bit of you guys who tell me you're in the very beginning stages of your lock journey. And there's also quite a few people who watch my channel who are still contemplating locks. They're trying to take in as much research as possible. I'm hoping to provide you guys with information that could be useful when it comes to deciding how you want to lock your hair. Now, for those of you guys who already have locks, I think that you guys should stick around too, because with every type of lock or way to start locks, I am going to shout out some of my favorite YouTubers or Instagram people, influencers, whatever you want to call them, that have those types of locks. So if you're looking for more people to follow, go ahead and stick around too. Before we get started, I'm going to have some wine. I'm having this Simpler Brands wine in peach. It's from Trader Joe's. I really like it. It's a sweet wine. I'm not the biggest sweet wine person, but it's a nice summer drink. So as you guys know, I love my sister locks and I don't regret getting locks. But if I knew about this one form of locks before I started my lock, I definitely would have chose to go that route instead of the route I did. So if you can guess what type of locks I would have chose over sister locks, comment them below. All right, so let's get started. So the first type of locks that you can get are traditional locks. I decided to go with them first because it's just the one that I see the most representation for. Now, traditional locks can get started two main different ways. Now, one of those ways are with coils, and the person I'm going to shout out, you guys probably already know if you've been on my channel for a little bit, is Cudsy Peps. Oh my gosh, I love her locks. Her channel is amazing. I highly suggest anyone going and checking it out. And if you go check it out, tell her Still Nia Bia sent you. Anybody who I shout out, if you go check out their channel, tell them I sent them. I would love to like shout them out and like get to know them more. But anywho, so on her channel, she has lots of resources. She's very informative. I will say she doesn't really post much anymore, but I found her Instagram today and I was so excited because I haven't seen what her hair look like in a long time, and it's still growing and looking very, very healthy and very beautiful. So there's coils. That's a way that you can start traditional lock. I like coils. I don't think I wanted to rock coils as a starter lock method. I just didn't like how they looked in the beginning. I do love the look of traditional locks, but when it came to the progression of locking, I thought that sister locks during like the baby stage appealed more to me than traditional lock, or than the locks that were started with coils. So another way that you can start traditional locks that I'm seeing a lot more now of are two-strand twists. Now, if I was ever to DIY lock, I think I would start with the two-strand twist. My mom started her locks with two-strand twist, and my sister, when she had them, they started hers with two-strand twist too. And I think that this is something that's very DIYer friendly. One of my favorite YouTubers, you guys probably know her. Her name is West Indie Ray, and she started with two-strand twist, and oh my gosh, her locks are beautiful. I'm loving the blonde locks. You guys know that I'm probably going to stick with dyeing my hair jet black, but on these two ladies, Cudsy Peps, or wait, no, Cudsy Peps has black locks, but on West Indie Ray, her blonde locks are beautiful. Her videos are very informative, and she's also doing a good job keeping up with her videos. Like, I noticed that she still posts fairly regularly, at least once a month, so I highly suggest you going and checking her out. Two-strand twist, my concern whenever I was thinking about possibly starting with two-strand twist is you'll see them sometimes start off really, really small, and then they'll swell up and get really big. And so I wanted to be sure that I was going to make my locks the size that I wanted them to be and not have them turn out to be a lot bigger than what I was expecting. So that was my concern with two-strand twists. But Rust Indy Ray's locks are gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Go follow her. All right, and then I'm going to include Josette, Locs of Love, in this category too. I don't know if she started her locks with coils or traditional locks, but she is bomb. Go check her out. She doesn't have locks right now, but she's getting ready to start a new micro lock journey, so you'll be able to see her progression. But this is what her locks looked like originally before she cut them. Oh my goodness, they are so beautiful. I did not know that you could have traditional locks be that small. So that's one of the reasons that I went with Sister Locks. Actually, Josette is one of my main inspirations for locks. I wanted locks that looked like hers, so I thought that they were Sister Locks. See, did not do my research. If you are on this video, drag me in the comments. I should have did my research. I'm happy that you are watching this video and doing your research because I just assumed that her locks were Sister Locks, and I wanted mine to look similar to that. But there's just a smaller version of traditional locks. So anywho, love her locks as well. Next, we're going to talk about braid locks. I have noticed the braid lock community just booming. I noticed also that it seems to be a very active and very kind community on the internet, which is pretty awesome. So braid locks are just like what they sound like. They're locks that are started with braids. Instead of using two-strand twist or coils, they're started with braids. And something that I've noticed about braid locks is that I've noticed a lot of women with braid locks have micro locks, so they're super tiny. Now I will say a lot of the braid lock creators that I watch, they talk about how their locks take longer to look like locks. Like it takes a while for the braid pattern to disappear. But there are some people with braid locks who I've seen, once their braid pattern disappears, their braids look almost just like Sister Locks. But the person that I want to shout out, her name on YouTube and Instagram is Braid Locs, and her videos are produced so well. Like if you are someone who just stands excellence like I do, her video production is A1, and she also has very informative videos on braid locks, and I watch them and enjoy them, even though I obviously don't have braid locks. I feel like with micro locks in general and locks in general, you can get stuff even if you don't have that form of locks. I watch people with micro locks, braid locks, traditional locks. I don't really watch too many freeformers, but I honestly feel like freeformers, they kind of have their own situation going on. I think they're beautiful, but anywho, I watch lots of pretty much everybody else. But yeah, she has amazing videos, and I love the way her Instagram looks, just how she organizes everything. Braid locks, I noticed that most people tend to maintain them with interlocking, so that's kind of similar to Sister Locks. That's something that you should know. But I do think that if you make them big enough, I bet they could probably be maintained with palm rolling. I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But I do notice that most people tend to do them with interlocking. And that's just that. Sorry if I'm looking all over the place, guys. I got a new lighting system, and it's kind of making my eyes just go. But maybe I'll take a drink. But we're going to get through it. This is my first video with the new lighting. I'm trying to give you guys more like professional looking ish. So okay, so now I want to switch into micro locks, and I think most people who are on this channel know what micro locks are. They're just really small locks, and micro locks are different than Sister Locks because, as most of you guys know, Sister Locks have to be done by a Sister Locks certified consultant and done a very specific way. But to be honest, a lot of micro locks look just like Sister Locks. And so I'm going to show Kendra Lachey. She is popping. I love her. She has DIY micro locks that I believe she started with interlocking, and her locks look like Sister Locks. They're bomb. I think she is the undefeated styler of my micro locks. She's undefeated. Like, she is queen. I'm going to show my two favorite styles that she's done. I love these braids. So the one thing that I honestly miss about having loose natural hair, this is the only time I ever missed it, is when everybody had those like feed-in braids a few years ago. I wanted to do those with my hair, but obviously I couldn't. But this girl did it. She did it, and they look good. So if you do not follow her, go follow her. She kills it. Like, she knows how to style hair. She has an amazing personality. Her videos are also really well produced. Everything just looks really neat and clean. So go follow her. So I kind of just covered Sister Locks with that. I have Sister Locks. Some of my favorite Sister Lock people to follow are everybody's favorite, Les Journey. Love her. Dark and Lovely. All right, now we're on to the type of locks that I would have done, I believe, if I knew about them before I got Sister Locks. So drum roll, please. If you haven't put your guess, put it in the comment section. I'll give you guys some hints. I love length. I love long hair. Love, love, love long hair. Okay. I like permanent lock extensions. I know. Some people think that they're not real locks. You can't say that you have real locks if you have permanent lock extensions. But as you guys know, I am not here for the elitism, for like the telling people what to do, the whatever. I would have gotten those lock extensions. So my favorite person who has them, her name is Shanae Denise, I believe. And her locks are bomb. Now, I wouldn't have gotten mine as big as hers. I would have gotten them a little bit smaller. People caution you against getting lock extensions that are too small, so I wouldn't have been able to get like Sister Locks probably or anything like this, but I would have been fine with my locks being smaller if I could have started them like right here. I love them. I think the price of permanent lock extensions is a deterrent for lots of people. As you guys know, I got Sister Locks, so they're hella money too, so if I knew about permanent lock extensions, that they could be, they can look so realistic and your hair could still be maintained in a healthy way, I definitely would have went with permanent lock extensions. They are absolutely beautiful. Shanae's channel is so colorful. She also just got married and I just love following her on Instagram and on YouTube. She seems to be like a really nice, chill woman. So go follow her. Like I said, absolutely love permanent lock extensions. If I could do it all over again, that's the route I would go. If for some reason, like maybe I had a health thing and I had to like cut my hair and not have Sister Locks and I had to start over, I'd be changing this channel to a permanent lock extension channel. But let's knock on wood that does not happen, God willing. So I'm rocking with these Sister Locks, but I absolutely love those. I should say a quick disclaimer about permanent lock extensions. Something that I've learned while watching videos about them is you really want to do your research in the same way with Sister Locks, because in the same way that Sister Locks and microlocs could go really left, same way with permanent lock extensions. So you don't want to pay a lot of money and it goes really, really left. So that's that. Moving right along. The last thing I want to talk about are freeform and semi-freeform locks. Now, I'm not even going to go into this really in depth because I just am not educated enough to talk on this topic. There's only really one person that I watch with freeform locks or semi-freeform locks, and that's Micah Rose. And I only just found her channel like 2 or 3 days ago, but I think that she has a really beautiful spirit and her locks are really beautiful. Freeform, they're freeform and you just kind of let your hair grow, and I don't really know exactly how you get them to lock in like locks, like how it's not just one big matted mess. But if you choose to freeform, there are lots of different resources out there. Freeform locks tend to be bigger, but yeah, I have seen people who freeform and they have like they're big, but they have like defined locks, and I don't know how you do that. But freeform locks are beautiful. You could start with that, or you could do semi-freeforming, which I've noticed with semi-freeforming, the locks are a little bit smaller. They're a little bit more uniform. Still not as uniform as like a traditional locks or Sister Locks or microlocs, but they're a little bit more uniform. So to my knowledge, these are pretty much all the ways that you can start locks. I know that there are probably some more, like, oh, I forgot about the Insta locks, but I feel like most people who do the instant locks now, it's the instant locks and they get the lock extensions. I don't know. But I thought that this video could be helpful for individuals who are still researching locks and maybe they didn't know that there were all these different options out there, because I definitely didn't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was informative. If it was, please let me know in the comment section. If there's anything else you would like to see from me, also drop that in the comment section. Peace and blessings, guys. Bye.